welcome to another Thursday night edition of BTR Bell to Bell. I am your host, Randizzo, aka Randy, and to my left is
Here's
Retro
your other host,
Relapse.
Retro Relapse. What it do, baby, on a Thursday night? Let's
I
go.
thought you were about to do the Blue Meanie. Yeah, shit.
What it do, what it do, what it do.
There's a lot of wrestling going on. That's what's
Oh,
going on.
man, it's just,
Did you watch 4 hours of it yesterday?
I, come on, dude. I have a job. This is not my job. I'd like it to be my job. That'd be cool shit. That would be cool shit. But no, I did not. I think I watched about 2.5 hours before I passed out.
Do you watch it on the couch and fall asleep, or do you watch it in bed?
I watch it on the couch and fall asleep, and then I get yelled at to hurry up and get in bed. So let me get up and, you know, do a few things and go to
Such
bed.
such an
So,
old man, because it
hey
doesn't finish
man,
at
when
11
you got
o'clock.
that spot before you even
Old
announce
man, old
what
man.
it is that I do, because you're gonna get there one day. Don't worry. Once you find that comfortable spot when you're sitting there and you're just watching it and enjoying what's going on, you'll pick up your phone a little bit and scroll because you know you got the little water break, smoke break matches and stuff, and you're scrolling through and seeing who's watching us over here on BTR. But not only that, just scrolling through your social feeds and all that good stuff like that. You let it go and you're sitting there and then you find that spot, dude. You're enjoying the moment and just that little euphoric. Ah,
No,
that's it, dude.
I
That's all
think
you
I
need.
think
Once
I
you
think
find
you're
that euphoric
underselling.
spot, dude.
I think you're underselling that fucking snore that you fucking have, motherfucker. Goddamn, fucking chainsaw, fucking trying to crank a chainsaw out. Like, what the fuck is this? I I
Look at me.
I
Look
live
at
in
me.
I live in a mansion apparently, and Fernando has stayed here on the top floor, and I can hear him on the other side of the house on the bottom floor with my door closed, clear as fucking day,
Never
clear
said
as
I was a
fucking day.
quiet sleeper. Never said I was a quiet sleeper.
I feel
It's not
sorry for your
my
wife.
fault you have so many hallways and open areas that any little thing you do resonates through that mansion of yours.
You ever seen Lord of the Rings when they're fucking just hanging out and then the fucking bucket falls down the well and then you start hearing everything grumble and shit? That is how it fucking sounds when Fernando fucking falls asleep at your house.
Oh
The
man.
orcs come out and you hear him fucking just
Mm.
all this shit, but it's snoring like a chainsaw.
Hey
Jesus
man.
Christ.
At least you know I'm asleep.
At least I know you're asleep. Dead ass asleep too.
You're damn right. That's the only time I get to. Is like if you hear me three sheets to the wind, just cutting logs like I'm a lumberjack. Guess what? I'm getting ready for the next lumberjack match. That's why.
You're dreaming of being in that lumberjack match, just hanging out, catching a check.
That's right.
Cashing a check.
That's right. Catching, shacking, and catching that check.
That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
But nonetheless, I mean, I did watch all of summer blockbuster AEW, and it was. I mean, they're really building up these matches for AEW, which is pretty awesome. A lot
Let,
of
let
good
me
filler
let me say
matches
this
and
to jump on top
badass.
of what you're saying. It's crazy. Even just in the beginning match, how these guys are throwing themselves out there, and I guess Tony Khan may be telling his staff there, hey, treat this like a pay per view. Treat this like a pay per view. If you want these, we need these buy-ins for all in. We need people to be on top. Throw your bodies to the wind without caution. It sucks because you're like, man, someone's gonna get hurt and not make it to the big show, but they're doing it anyway.
But doing it, AEW would not deliver. They fucking deliver on these shows, and they want to make their first stateside their WrestleMania all in be fucking exactly what that is. Their fucking WrestleMania. So they're gonna fucking like you said, they're gonna shoot their shot and go all in. And it is what it
Mhm.
is, and that's badass because we get a show. We get a pay-per-view for free on TV with some badass wrestling. Great. I mean, my biggest gripe with AEW for a long time was there was no build up to any stories. It was just match, 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 which is cool too. But especially for these big pay-per-views, they needed some kind of story for the buy-ins, and you're getting it now. So,
Mhm.
and that first match was a fucking banger right off the fucking back. 30
Yes, it was.
minutes. 30 minutes. Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland. They gave you a
Ends
fucking
in a
show.
draw.
Ends in a draw. They want to extend it 5 minutes, but the Young Bucks, step in and ruin that part and create
And
heat. Create heat for maybe a possible potential all-in match: the Bucks versus Osprey and Swerve Strickland, which isn't bad because I mean, if you've seen the Jacksons fight recently, they still got it, man, and they put on a
Hmm.
show. So I'm looking forward to all of it, and I'm looking forward to this fucking pay-per-view. I know we'll
Yeah,
all be there. We'll be there for sure.
we'll be there for sure. Shout out the
Hmm.
show. It's going to be interesting to see this live, which we have before. It's a spectacle in itself, but in a larger venue like the Rangers Stadium, Texas Rangers baseball stadium, it's going to be crazy.
Your 2023 World Series champions, Major League Baseball champions. So it's gonna be a badass fucking time outside. It's gonna be, like I said, baseball stadium. I was surprised, from all the other baseball stadiums they have competed in and had pay-per-views. I was wondering if we were gonna get a Stadium Stampede match, but we got that already.
Hmm.
Not unfortunately, but we got that already. So
You never know. They might
run
run
it
it back.
back.
Run it back.
Do you happen to go on SmackDownHotel.com and see if there's any like a match card, anything yet specifically outside of just the obvious Hangman versus John Moxley right now?
As far as All In,
All in, yeah.
let me see.
Just to see if they have anything like I know some things are building up. Obviously, they got that Tay J versus Megan Megasaurus and Penelope Ford, so I wonder if that's gonna be a thing. I don't know.
That was only on that. They haven't. They still haven't made anything solidified yet. But as always, shout out to the wonderful wrestling camaraderie that comes out of the SmackDownHotel.com. Oh my God.
I was waiting for it.
The always, always. But there are three matches that are here, and they are three championship matches. So far, the AEW International Championship and AEW Continental Championship winner takes all unification match. Kenny Omega, the international champion, versus Kazuchika Okada, the continental champion.
I told you they were gonna fucking put these belts together, man. I told you, like it's just they have a lot of belts. Unfortunately, they haven't been defending them as often. They're in other storylines, and I told you a couple of weeks ago. I think they're gonna unify this belt and a great match that has been going on in New Japan, and they're finally gonna get it in AEW, and that's gonna be a fucking banger for all in.
Did you catch the name of the new belt?
I did not. I just saw the cool plates with the one winged angel on one side and the Rainmaker on the other side, which is pretty cool. But what is the belt name?
The only thing that I got out of that show when I rewinded a couple times because I watched it recorded, Unified was the only thing that was written on there, and that's what Shivani said. Unified belt. So
Interesting.
if they're gonna call it the Unified Championship, that's kind of weird. But you can't say Intercontinental because that's both words put together. That it's owned by WWE.
Yeah.
So right now they're gonna call it the Unified Championship, which is
Hopefully they come up with a better name. Yeah, that's not the
yeah.
best
Well,
name.
it's printed on the belt. The word Unified is on top of the belt, and if you look closely at the belt, it looks vaguely familiar. I don't know if you've seen that belt before,
Looks like a
but
women's belt.
that used to be the women's championship belt, just a bit larger.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that type of oval, like the
The long
elongated oval. I
stretched
don't
out.
mind the wide
Hmm.
one, but like that long one. I'm not too big of a fan, but that is the style of like Japanese belts sometimes. So I
Hmm.
wonder if they're like
Yeah,
paying homage to that.
yeah.
So
I wouldn't put it past. I wouldn't put it past. They're obviously both big in New Japan wrestling and stuff over there. So, yeah, you know. Next match that's on the card: AEW Women's World Championship match. Timeless Tony Storm, the champion, versus Mercedes Monet, the belt grabber.
she needs to lose that TBS championship belt before she fights her. That's my concern is she needs to lose that belt, give the other women something to fight for because there is no women's tag team division. There's no other mid card belts other than the TBS championship for women. They need that belt. She can't be holding on to it. I don't know how you feel about that, but
I agree. What are you gonna give the women the fight for? There's no other belts. They don't have a tag team belt
nothing.
yet.
No, they do not.
And the women's, they only have two belts right now, which is the what the World Championship and the TBS. And the TBS is supposed to be a mid card, but they treat it like another big heavyweight like World and Undisputed in WWE. So get it off of her. Why are you going to go two belts? Because you're not going to unify them.
No, they're
So
not fighting for both belts. They're only fighting for the women's AEW championship.
we still have time between now and July 12th. Today's June
It's a
12th.
month,
Crazy enough,
exactly a
right?
month, right?
So hey, maybe she does put it on the line and lose it, or maybe she's not going to lose it, but she's not going to win the world championship. Because right now she's holding five belts, two that are AEW property, which is the TBS and the Owen Hart belt, which she's toting around right now. But then she has three other working championships. So
Time to lose. Time to
uh,
lose at least the TBS. You don't have to lose the other
yeah,
ones, but you got time to lose the TBS one.
she can't lose the Owen Hart. That's going to stay
No,
on
no.
her for a year until they do the next tournament. That's just a prop belt. The other three are actual championships from other uh, wrestling companies that she's not really fighting in right now because she's just toting them around. So eventually, make it make sense, Mercedes, Tony Khan. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. That's right.
Lastly, so far on the card, since we're gonna basically talk about this, the AEW World Championship, John Moxley, the champ, versus Hangman Adam Page. And let me say that they're really building this up to make it look like Hangman is gonna win this, or at least I feel that they're building this up like he's gonna win this, and I kind of hope he does, just because John Moxley is actually showing us that he doesn't need the championship to be called the champ. He doesn't need to show it present. So if he loses it, it's still going to be the same effect. I believe. I feel. So
He made good on his promise. He said the belt doesn't make the champion, the person
uh-huh.
makes the champion.
Yeah.
And he's done that. He's fought, and whether you like him or not, and I'm not too fond of him right now because he's been holding on it too long, a little too long. He's still fighting. He's still a fighting champion. So it's just he just doesn't show you the belt. You don't deserve to see it apparently.
You see a briefcase that's shackled to one of his people.
And you don't even know what's in there.
Correct. It might even be in there. No, maybe just a paper with the middle finger drawn on it.
That'd be funny.
It would. Maybe a dick in the corner too. I don't know. I I laughed my ass off when I saw that shit.
Some doodles like super bad.
Oh my
Draw a
god, the
bunch of
fucking
dicks.
the
It's a
lunchbox
lunchbox
full
full
of
of
dicks.
dicks.
Let's go. Oh my god.
I mean,
Let's
shit.
let's see it. Show it off. Show it off.
So you
Open that
got
bitch up.
so you got essentially eight more TV spots, whether it's a doubleheader like these past 2 weeks
Hmm.
or individual dynamite collisions, but you got eight more shows before the big dance.
Right.
So it's just time to continue to see what happens with the tag team division because right now the Hurt Syndicate is fighting more like a trios than they are a tag team, right?
Hmm.
You have Adam Cole who is holding on to that TNT title, and he's been having a little feud with Kyle Fletcher, so I wonder if that might be added to the bill for All In. Um, shit, what else? What are about? You got the trios champions, the Ops.
Ops.
Maybe they fight. Who knows who they fight because they've been going at it with Death Riders, which they already had it, so it's time for someone else, hopefully.
Hmm.
And then you can get some fillers with the Ring of Honor championships or whatever.
Hmm.
So it's just a matter of what's going to happen. Maybe they have that. Don't they have that match almost similar to Money in the Bank? It's the brass ring or something like that. Whoever wins gets a championship opportunity, or do they not do that anymore? Because I remember MJF
They
got it.
haven't done that in a while. They haven't done that one in a while. I think that was during All Out.
Okay. And
I
remember,
think that was
All Out's
during
like
All Out.
right after All In, like almost
Hmm.
like a week or maybe 2 weeks tops. Does it land like that this year also?
Let's find out. AEW pay per view
On the
schedule.
SmackDownHotel.com.
Oh my god. Actually, they switched it around this year. So we're getting All in Texas, July 12th, Arlington, Texas. And then we're going to get AEW X New Japan Wrestling Forbidden Door August 24th in London, England.
Oh shit. Okay.
They haven't shown or decided on what arena yet, but it's there. And then you have AEW All Out September 20th, and this year it's in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, at the Scotiabank Arena. That's interesting. That's interesting that they're doing their next two big events overseas, or at
Smart,
least
dude.
out of the country.
Smart. Smart. I mean, wrestling is a internationally wide thing, so why not capitalize on that like WWE did before WrestleMania?
Oh,
They
for
did a
sure.
nice hit,
You
like
know AEW is big overseas. You know they are, and of
absolutely,
course they want to do more overseas. It's just picking and choosing where you're gonna do what it is you're gonna do, right? So
exactly.
usually All Out is in Chicago. That's like the past couple years, back to back to back, has been Chicago. So the fact that they take it out somewhere else, I believe maybe this is Edge's last match because it's in Canada. I could be wrong because I know they
Maybe.
were push. Well, I mean, in terminology, going all out, right? I mean, that's kind of what they're doing. Um, I know he was saying something at some point that he wanted to work a program one more time with Christian being face, but Christian is being real. I guess you could say he's being kind of stubborn that he still wants to keep his heel run going. So hopefully, maybe by Forbidden Door August
I
or
mean,
in that
I mean,
August realm, we change it so
it makes
in
sense though.
September
It
you
makes
can do
sense.
that.
It makes sense because if anything, Adam Copeland should go heel because he's gonna leave before Christian. Why would Christian go face and then go heel again? Because he's better as a heel. Let's be realistic.
Yes,
So,
he is, but you want to see them go on top, go out on top together, and Copeland doesn't want to go heel.
but he was his best character as the rated R superstar as a heel. So, I mean,
But that was his best character in another company.
yeah, yeah, I get
So in
it.
this one, he wants to, like Sting, ended out on top his way.
Nostalgia run.
So
His last nostalgia run.
that's 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 what makes sense. Is it best for business? I think a heel turn could be best for business. I think you're right. I don't like to tout that very often, but I believe you're right. But seeing them together doing the little antics they used to do, probably bring it back one more time because you're not going to see him do it anymore. I mean, the nostalgia is what always sells. You know that.
Do the fucking 5 second pose off. You gotta do it once, at least once, man. Just bring it back once. What a fucking funny. And they don't have to. It doesn't have to be so
Hmm.
maybe funny, but just do something like, oh, you thought I was gonna do this 5 seconds pose off? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. You want this? That's why we're not gonna give it to you
Yeah.
because that's what you want. Well, whatever. I mean, they can. I mean, again, wrestling is ever evolving, and you just don't know, right? What's hot
Hmm.
today isn't hot tomorrow.
No.
So I'm
Or who's
interested.
trying to
I'm
push a
interested.
card today ain't going to push tomorrow.
Exactly. So I'm interested to see if this is his last run. Is this his last year? I don't know how many years he had in the contract. I know him getting hurt and breaking his leg doesn't help his
Hmm.
his momentum going into it. And Christian right now is more of a manager role than a fighting role. So
Hmm.
maybe he's saving his body for that run. Who knows?
Who knows? You're
Because
right.
I'm sure at some point Nick Wayne's gonna turn on fucking Christian.
I mean, he kind of makes it seem like he wants to do it every time that um,
Oh, that feels so good.
Christian acts with him. So,
What the fuck was that?
oh, you can hear that.
I could hear it loud and clear.
Oh, that was my phone.
All I heard was something feels so good or something
Yes,
like that.
every time I put my phone on the charger, oh, that feels so good.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, there's a little trick that I saw on a reel that shows you how to I guess go through a couple of functions and you can make it say whatever whenever you put it on a charger, whether it's wireless or plug in.
Really?
Oh, don't stick that there. Things like that. It's a hoot.
That threw me off guard. I was like, I thought initially it was your door, your one of the doors opening in your house. Guess not. Well, fuck,
That's too funny.
fuck, man. A lot of wrestling.
I don't. We Man, it's. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, I will never complain when there's too much. I'll complain when there's not enough. And when
Yes.
you give me too much, I rather sit there just trying to sit there and guzzle it all in because you know what? There were hard times where we
Hard
didn't
times,
have
baby.
enough.
Hard times, baby.
Hot times, baby, but we didn't have enough. Think about it. COVID, COVID shut down. We were lucky to see something happening, knowing with all the things that were going on, man. We didn't
Luckily,
get
AEW
new
gave you
movies.
some. AEW gave a lot of people chances. All the indie stars gave them jobs
Dude, we didn't get movies. We didn't get certain things, certain ways to entertain us, and wrestling found a way to get through and do it their way. I mean,
every week. Every week.
God forbid I talk about the WWE Thunderdome,
It's a
but
tough
they
time.
still made something happen. I wasn't a fan of the pipe and noise, but I was still a fan of the fact that they had something to, some kind of product to give towards us and entertain us in the times that we couldn't do a damn thing. So please, please keep giving it. I will take it.
Yeah, and
I will
I
take it
mean,
all.
I think this coming. Is it this week? Maybe because of the playoffs. I'm not too sure. Um, there's almost wrestling again every single day of the week,
Hmm.
except for Sunday. I think other than indie shows like GCW or something on Sunday, it's gonna be every fucking day.
I
Monday,
believe we're
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
getting,
Friday,
well,
Saturday.
shoot, next Wednesday for AEW. It's a Grand Slam Mexico.
Yeah.
They're doing AEW Grand Slam Mexico, so they're putting a bunch of stuff together for that too. Right now, there's no matches on the card yet, or at least that being reported at the moment. But I'm pretty sure there's some things that are going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, after watching last night, it looks like MJF's gonna fight Mystico, aka Sin
Yeah, that's right.
Cara. So
That's
that looks
right.
like that's gonna happen for sure. But everything else, again, right now, a lot of things are story driven. You have Tekla and you have the women's division trying to heat up. We need that belt. We need Mercedes Menez to lose that belt so someone they can have something to go after also. And instead of being grouped together and just thrown together in random matches. I mean, we
Hmm.
talk about it, and I was a big proponent. I know you are as well. That the women just need a little more time, man, a little more time on TV. And if you put the belt off of Mercedes, since she has the program with Tony Storm, maybe they can have a little more time on that program to fight for something. So
Hmm.
make it mean something, I should say, right? Make it mean something rather than just putting a match together, which is awesome to see them fight anyways. Just give them something to fight for or
But you're
towards.
not wrong when you say that though about giving people time because I have a couple of gripes from what I remember from last night, watching the trios match of the Hurt Syndicate versus Speedball, Mascara and Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight needs work, man. I know he's new. I know he's green. I know he's, just fresh off of Ring of Honor, getting there, fresh off the Indies kind of thing. But I don't know if you saw one of the spots that he missed with Shelton Benjamin. Stupid, stupid. It looked like he was supposed to. Well, there was a spot where Bailey threw Kevin onto Bobby Lashley, supposed to grab him by the head and give him a DDT. That didn't happen. He fell down and he got up and gave him the DDT, which was stupid. And then there was a spot where he was supposed to kick Shelton, and fucking Shelton fucking fell down, acting like he got the kick, but the kick never happened. Then he got up and got a double team kick, which was weird as shit. And it's
I
like I know it's fast paced, but pay attention.
I think they do a lot in a short amount of time within that match that either they forget their spots or they try to run through it and it is going ahead of time. Shit happens, right? But clean it up a little bit. This is your time to kind of tighten up that fucking those matches because again, they're giving you what WWE isn't, and it's a lot of high action, high paced matches, which is awesome. It's just
Hmm.
let's clean it up so you'll give no fucking doubters and no haters any opportunity to talk shit because that's what they're
Yep.
gonna say. Oh, I fucking the camera guys, especially the fucking camera guys. That's my big gripe. Don't fucking show them on the ground blading themselves when you could be fucking filming the shit in the ring, and then go to them. Oh shit, he's bleeding, right? WWE is really good about showing you what they want you to see, not the other way
Hmm.
around, right? Like when
Well, if you think about it, a lot of the times the commentators on WWE direct the traffic of what's going on with the cameraman.
that
So
too.
whoever's running the truck, the people are already saying it while the camera's already doing what's going to happen. So I wouldn't say they're directly directing what's going on, but they're in sync. They've had it enough where it's God. I'm you know what's really going to piss me off saying it, predetermined of what happens, but they have a good kind of rundown list of you're going to get a kick here, you're going to go to a high spot here, you're going to go ahead and do this over here, and they're able to get the shots to still be able to explain what's going on, give some kind of reaction whether it's real or fake, and give that wow factor and still be able to handle the situation at hand. Compared to AEW, they're kind of just scrambling to see where do I go, you know?
Where's the action? And I
Hmm.
mean, that's one of my gripes with those Anarchy in the Arena. Like, there's so much shit going on. Like, who's the main
The
spot right
director
now?
doesn't know who to give the camera spot
Exactly,
to.
exactly. Like I said, WWE is really good about it because that Hell in a Cell match between CM Punk and Seth Rollins when Roman Reigns pulled out Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns ran the ring, obviously, and they showed like the fans' cameras when they're showing it. But on TV, you don't see it until Seth Rollins getting pulled out, and then they showed Roman Reigns, and everyone's like, "Oh my God!" You know,
Hmm.
obviously you're trying to appease the people who are in the arena, but at the same time, that's 4 to 10,000 people compared to millions of people watching it at home, whether it's live or watching it back. You want to make sure those camera angles are right, get the best action, get the best of everything, right? And that's how
For
you can
sure.
really showcase these wrestlers. And AEW just needs to clean that up a little bit. Also, the same thing, slow things down. It doesn't hurt to slow things down, especially with vets like Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley in there who know how to slow things down and make spots look bigger than they are. So it's only a
Hey,
matter of
but
time.
shout out to the camera guys at AEW in the women's matches though, because they tend to get a lot more for the fans when it comes to those matches compared to WWE.
Well,
The
well,
Cochinos
I know
are live and thriving in AEW.
I know you don't watch NXT, but they have a similar shooting the matches style for women as well on NXT. It's like, well, we're gonna give you what you want, you nasties. Couple of cochinos, like you said, a couple of cochinos out there,
Mhm.
and you're gonna get it. You're gonna get what
Well,
you want.
let's go.
It's
I'm
a
in it. Let's pay
little
for it.
bit of fucking Attitude Era esque women's matches. Hey, whatever.
Hmm.
Whatever works
Yep.
works, right? Whatever works works.
Hmm.
I don't know. So, but uh, I'm looking forward to tomorrow for SmackDown as well for WWE side because again they're just building because I know don't they have another PLE coming up as well? Like
Shoot, yes they do. What
is
is
it
it? Night of Champions.
Night of Champions? And that's in 2 3 weeks as well, right? So it's
Let
coming.
me get over here to the WWE pay-per-view schedule. Uh, duh, duh,
Where
duh,
at? Where are
duh,
you
duh,
looking
duh,
at this up
duh,
at?
duh. Shout out and many thanks to the SmackDownHotel.com. Oh my God, for always bringing the information when we need it. Night
Yes.
of Champions is at the end of the month, June 28th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in the Kingdom Arena.
Damn. So things are and they have a Saturday night the main event before that or no?
After
After. Okay.
the Saturday night main event is the same day or the same evening as All In AEW's All In Texas,
Gotcha.
and we are also getting NXT
Great American Bash.
Great American Bash at the same time as All In, and WWE is also putting on a PLE on Sunday, July 13th, Atlanta, Georgia, at the State Farm Arena. WWE Evolution. I can't say that one today. The
All
all
women's
women's pay per
pay per view.
view PLE premium live event that they've done previously in the past, but it's been some
Just once.
years.
Yeah, so it's Evolution number 2. This is the second one they've ever done. So, which is cool because the women's roster in WWE has changed. So,
Mm-hmm.
again, I know AEW has a lot of women wrestlers. Why don't you give them a fucking even a TV pay-per-view 3 hour kind of thing? Like it wouldn't hurt to kind of build some stories up with that. They have the capability. I know Tony Khan is probably more open to doing that as well. So why not take what I'm gonna copy your homework at least this time and give us something like that for the women on the AEW side because they have great women wrestlers and they have a lot of them from Ring of Honor and AEW, so you can really put on a fucking show there.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll copy each other's homework and they'll do the same thing at some point. Again, I feel like Tony Khan's he really cares about his wrestlers, so I don't see why he wouldn't want to give them an opportunity.
True.
And again, I mean, like you said earlier, there's a lot of sucios, and AEW has those women who are perfect, for those type of pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
So one day. Do they have a list for Night of Champions right now, or not yet?
Let me see. Night of Champions. I was looking at um Evolution to see if anything's popped up on there, but nothing yet. Night of Champions.
Other than
The
John Cena and
oh,
CM Punk, we know that one.
well, we know that now. Yes, CM Punk versus Cena. Uh, the two final King of the Ring women and men and Queen of the Ring matches.
Okay.
So the finals will take place there, and those winners will go on to SummerSlam to fight for a championship of their choosing. Oh, well, championship.
in their respective
Uh,
brands.
Correct.
Okay, nice, nice.
Hmm.
Well, let me ask you this. Obviously, we do know that we know the players in this tournament, and we know that John Cena's going to fight CM Punk. Just throw a wild prediction right now. It's about not 3 weeks ahead, but about 2 weeks ahead. Who do you think's
Hmm.
going to win, John Cena or CM Punk? Right now, at this moment, not knowing anything else other than their history and what's been going on. What do you think's going to happen?
As much as I would love Punk to win it and take it off of Cena, it's not going to happen. Cena's going to win.
Do you think that
And
CM Punk gets a second opportunity to fight him again before he retires, or you think this is the one and done, like what they said with Randy Orton?
I feel it's a one and done. I think everybody who's on the list for Cena is a one and done.
Okay,
There's only two ways he's going to lose the belt. Or okay, there's three possibilities. I believe there's three possibilities that are going to happen with Cena. He loses the belt correctly off of somebody, clean win. There's a Seth Rollins cashes in on him, or he does take it home and we get a new championship.
and get rid of the undisputed championship so they can have a whole brand new title for it.
Mm-hmm. Usher in a new era with the new belts, especially if we're going to have it on Netflix.
That's true. It'd be a McDonald's belt,
Why
the
not?
McDonald's era. I'm
Mm-hmm.
loving it.
Mm-hmm. Can't have it your way. Got to have it Mickey D's way.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? As crazy as it sounds, and I am a big proponent of not caring too much about CM Punk, I would actually like to see him take it.
I do too.
I would like to see him take it so John Cena can chase. Right? It's don't get me wrong, I like John Cena, but because he has such a limited schedule, it would make more sense for him to be chasing it and making every appearance that much more better, right? Because then he can be in those tag team
Mo better.
matches. He can be in those tag team matches still as a heel, trying to get back that belt or fuck over whoever has that belt, whatever,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then maybe go out as a face at the very end, if that's the route they want to go, where he becomes face at some point. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
terrible, but wouldn't mind him losing it. CM Punk finally having his summer of Punk, right? And then he loses it
Mm-hmm.
by getting fucked over by Seth Rollins. And
Mm-hmm.
then when CM Punk, when John Cena leaves, now you still have that feud with. We can finally finish that true feud between Seth Rollins and CM Punk,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can really build on that. Because at the end of the day, I think you still have to remember that Cena's out December. That's it. He's not gonna make it to the next WrestleMania. He's
Nope.
barely. I don't even think he's gonna make it to the Royal Rumble because that's in January usually. So
Yep.
it's. I think they're gonna create their own special PLE for John Cena, whatever they call it. Maybe Word Life or Ruthless Aggression, whatever. It's gonna be a staple, hopefully, moving forward as one of those big pay-per-views, as an homage to him, the 17-time world champion.
Well, right now, according to the list that's out right now, you got SummerSlam, 2 dates in August, August 2nd, August 3rd.
Hmm.
And then at the end of August, you have WWE Clash in Paris, August
Okay.
31st. And then you have WWE Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia in October, October 11th. And the last one that's on here, Survivor Series, November 29th in San Diego, California.
That's for like the Thanksgiving weekend, right? So
Mm-hmm. What is it? I know old school, dude. I love it.
yeah.
Um, what's the shit?
I wonder if it'll be War Games or will it be a true Survivor Series, which I'm still clamoring for. Dude, I like War Games. Don't get me wrong, but I still want to see a true 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 brand supremacy
Elimination match.
elimination match. Exactly. Like
Elimination. It makes no sense to be, first to the pinfall. No, it's got to be elimination. Eliminate all of them. None of them. Some of them. That was the best way to watch that shit.
that
I
was what
love that shit growing up.
that was one of my favorite pay-per-views under I love Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble was my first favorite pay-per-view, but Survivor Series, the way they had set it up, where it was 5 or 4 against 4, 5 or against 5, whatever, and single elimination, individual elimination, and whoever wins. Maybe brand supremacy or just the best team, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to see that one more time. Throw that shit back. One more time, right?
When we would watch it growing up, the times that we did get to watch it on TV or whatever the case, this was my favorite pay per view because you had those teams. You had, you know, either families or groups of people that were together that made sense that were fighting the bad guys or the good guys. They just randomly put together against like a bad guy faction. So it was nice to see back then when they had factions that would go against each other or houses that would go against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you had the weird fucking put together, like fucking earthquake and tugboat with two other randoms, or like Big Boss Man and fucking Tatanka versus like whatever four heels they put together, Junkyard Dog and Brooklyn Brawler or whatever, just because it was basically a squash match. But back then we didn't know that shit. We just like, oh my god, look at all these people that are fighting. That's so cool. You know,
And it
I
wasn't. It
I love
wasn't. It
the
wasn't. It wasn't like okay, someone got pinned. All right, that's the end of the match. Nope.
no, it was the elimination factor to see how many of you people could still stay at the end at the very end to get their hand raised. Even though all of them eventually came back in the ring if they were still hanging around outside or whatever.
You remember when
That that
Shawn Michaels was? It was 1 versus 5, and he won. He almost won, and then I don't know if it was Randy Orton or someone ended up beating him because all the guys, like you said, were hanging out, came back in,
hmm
whooped his ass, and then that guy got the pinfall over him. But it's the drama of oh shit, there's only one guy left, or even just two guys left who probably don't
hmm
like each other that are on the same team. Like, I don't fucking like you, but we're in a fucking team, so we gotta make it work. And then you either see the drama unfold between them two, or you see them fight from underneath and somehow get it from 2 versus 5 or 1 versus 5 to 1 versus 1.
Dude, if you actually think about it and you break it down, this is just a human game of dodgeball.
That's raw
It's a human game of dodgeball.
on
That's
the
all
Oak
it is.
Show. On the
That's
Oak
right.
Show.
That's right. That's right. Because I mean, look what you're doing. You're taking each other out. You're taking each other out.
You know what?
Depending on how good your team is, you have so
If,
many left.
since we're talking about it, I'm gonna throw it out right now for our Tuesday off the top, our top rope Tuesday topic. Maybe we just do a watch along. Maybe we'll discuss between me and you what our favorite Survivor Series match was, our
Hmm.
classic Survivor Series match, and we just watch it and have a little watch along and just see it all the fucking madness unfold and the drama. Maybe we can find a really good one.
Who needs to talk about this shit in November? We'll talk about Survivor Series right now. Let's go.
Hell yeah, that's
I like it.
again a classic match, a classic gimmick match, right?
hmm
5 versus 5. You know, I want to see. I want to talk about it because I know that it's just talking about it right now. Even though it's in November, is bringing nostalgia feels to me, and I'm like, I want to watch. I want to fucking talk about some of my
Get
favorite
the
ones.
feels in the loins going on,
Yeah.
brothers. Yeah, brother.
uh
Uh-uh.
Did you fucking see that bullshit they were fucking doing? What's it? One word. Uh. Lost.
Wow.
You can see that shit?
Oh, I did not see that.
Oh
Oh my
man.
god. Oh my god. That
Yeah.
that
It was like a
that
different.
hurt.
It was a different voice, dude. It was like
Dude, that hurts. Hearing that, oh dude, that hurts, dude.
one
Oh,
word.
that hurts, dude.
Uh.
I
Lost.
wasn't ready for it yet. I wasn't ready for it yet. That hurts.
Which
Mm.
is it's interesting. I feel bad for Jey Uso. I don't,
Yeah.
again, and it feels like, unfortunately, what I talked about on Tuesday, where I didn't want him to throw him back on, I didn't want them WWE to throw him back on a tag team, but they were showing a video of the New Day talking all kinds of shit. Hey, let me go fucking give Gunther a high five. Oh, what happened? I guess not. And then Kofi Kingston goes, man, I at least held it for 6 months. I at least held it for 6 months. Fuck, come on.
No,
So
come on.
that might reignite the Usos versus the New Day rivalry, and now the Usos are the good
Mm.
guys and the New Day are the bad guys. So it's a role reverse because they had some hell of a hell of a bunch of match bangers with each
hmm
other. New Day versus the Usos.
Yeah.
So it's not unrealistic to see that run happen. But again, I wasn't. I'm not pushing for Jey Uso to go back on a tag team, but right now Jimmy's floundering
Not this
possibly.
soon. Not
Yeah,
this soon. You know.
yeah. So we'll see. But I wasn't sure if you saw that video of either the New
I have
Day or that fucking meme where it says lost.
man. I haven't caught up on my social media because I've been a little bit busy with work, and then I've I've got double digit numbers on a bunch of my notifications. On, hey, you got to look at these videos. Look at this. Which I will eventually. I need to. I like responding to this shit and laughing at things. But yeah, man, if that came out and you sent it to me, I'm mad. But I get it. I get it. That's. I mean, we made fun of Gunther when he lost too. So it's just part of the ribbing. It happens. But oh, that was not.
Yeah, yeah.
Four letters, one word. Lost. Oh man. That just that's so cringe. That hurts.
If I find it, I'll send it to you so you can see
Oh,
it,
that's
cause
cringe and it hurts. It hurts. That
it
hurt
hurts
people.
people.
That hurt people. It hurts people. Oof. Yikes.
Yikes! Let me see
I was
it.
looking to see if there's any other like reportings of another Saturday night main event. I know there's gonna be, because number 40 is the one that happens on the same day as All In. But as far as any others, that's all they have on here. As far as any other pay per views are gonna happen, so mm, I don't know.
I don't know.
Um, Okay, let me see. WWE pay per view schedule 2025. I'm trying not to go to SmackDown because I want to see if anybody else shows anything else or what's left or what could be left this year. Uh, nope. CBS Sports is reporting the same thing. SummerSlam, Clash in Paris, Crown Jewel Survivor Series. So I think they're winging it too.
Yeah.
I think WWE is winging it as far as what's gonna happen the rest of this year. Because I mean, they haven't even said what else is gonna pop up as far as like another main event later. Uh, we're gonna get a Hell in a Cell, or you know, who knows what else. Great American Bash. There's that Evolution, SummerSlam, Paris, Crown Jewel, Takeover Perth. So they're gonna do. Oh wow! So they're gonna do everything that weekend. Friday, October 10th is SmackDown. Saturday, October 11th is Crown Jewel, and then Monday, October 13th is Raw. So all of that's going to come out of Australia that
Oh
weekend.
shit. Okay. Okay.
But
I know
that
they're having something at in is it Ireland or Dublin? Also, they're having a little run over there overseas as well. I just
if
saw a
they
thing
do,
for SmackDown. It was not a pay
okay,
per view, but SmackDown thing.
yeah, if they do, it would be around August because they're going to have Clash in Paris in August. So that should be somewhere around that time. That happens August 31st. So who knows, after or before, they'll have another run out there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting.
I'm trying to find that video, but I can't find it.
Hey, shout out in the chat, JGAK, best viewers on,
I don't know.
and then he's got an at. So I was like, well, if you're just spamming us, bruh, well, thanks anyway.
Spam it. Fuck it.
Yeah, because he's got an at, and I'm not gonna read that out loud. It's
Yeah.
not. It's whatever. But eh, if that's where your best viewers are at, well then go watch them, bruh. Unless you're bringing them our way. I don't know who this JG8K is, but if you're gonna
Yeah.
spam us, bro, then don't call me.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of fucking wrestling, which is crazy, and AEW and WWE have a lot of pay-per-views and PLEs coming up, and overseas or international things, right? You got
Mhm.
AEW Mexico, you got Saudi Arabia, you got Perth, you said London, right, for All Out, or Canada for AEW,
Canada.
Canada. So you got Canada. WWE is going to Ireland or Dublin. I know wherever Sheamus is from, in that area. So there's a lot of things going on, man, and wrestling's just heating up. I don't think you found anything else, huh, about what's going on.
Um, Nothing else has popped up. Nothing else has popped up. So
Well, shit.
it is what it is.
It is what it is. Well,
It's okay because they're still writing the books. That's what that means.
yeah, yeah.
They're still writing it.
I just hope that WWE just chills the fuck out and lets AEW do their own thing, right? I get
Give
it.
them their own
It's a,
time.
it's a business, but you don't have you don't you if you're a fucking tribalist and you want WWE to win, or you love AEW more than WWE and you hate WWE, like you gotta chill out with that shit, man. Because competition's great. You get fucking awesome matches. You get awesome pay-per-views or PLEs. Like you just gotta fucking all this bullshit about not packed houses or not packed shows, not sold out like for AW or WWE, dude. I've been to plenty of these fucking shows in the past couple of months. In the past 3 months, I've gone to three AEW shows and all of WrestleMania weekend and all those little fucking a good amount of all those indie shows. And every fucking show is fucking packed with people who just want to fucking see wrestling. They want to see wrestling. They want to enjoy it, and I'm here for it, dude. I want to watch wrestling. I want to enjoy it. And unfortunately, although we don't speak too much on TNA or AAA or CMLL or GCW or New Japan, all that stuff's going on, dude. And if you ever have an opinion about it, or you saw a badass match that maybe me and Fern don't catch because we are super busy, and we get to watch just the main stuff going on, let us know. We can watch it back, talk about it on the show. Hit us in the comments, the likes, on YouTube, Spotify, or even on the socials. Just hit us with a comment. Say, hey man, if you have a chance, check out this match. Or hell, if you want to fucking throw it back and go nostalgia and say, hey, remember this match from 1996 in your house? Blah 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 blah. Dude, we'll watch it because more than likely we saw it. More than likely we saw it there on our little black box, our little illegal black box, watching these pay-per-views. Good times. Good times.
Skinamax.
But regardless, we appreciate you tuning in live another Thursday night, bell to bell. Make sure to hit a fucking phenomenal forearm on that follow button. Leave comments. It helps us on the algorithms so we can get more content out, do a little more deep dives, and have those awesome Tuesdays where we just go old school, maybe have an interview, maybe rewatch or watch alongs, or we just have a little maybe what we call it GM mode, pencil to paper, maybe give our fantasy draft or whatever coming up because at some point the draft is supposed to come up. And we
Yep.
have we have a lot of ideas for WWE. We have a lot of great ideas for AEW because they are still growing. But I don't know. You have any closing words, Fernando?
Closing words, Fernando.
There you go.
No, really. Let's just keep it going, man. We got to keep the momentum going because we got pay-per-views that are coming up. We have new shows that are going to make their way through. We have new episodes of things that are coming through, and it's time to make some new stars. I know the future is moving forward. There's a lot of wrestlers that are kind of being pushed aside so we can get new faces shoved down our throats so we can start pushing and I guess rooting and cheering for them or booing them. So if you're gonna bring it to the table, bring it so we can eat it right because I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it done right. Do it right. Don't overdo it. Make it worth it. Make it worth our time so we can spend our money on you. That's the only way this works. Am I right?
Exactly, exactly.
You're damn right.
Well, Fernando, I'm Randy. BTR Bell to Bell. Stay tuned for more stories, more violence.
No, I got.